twin-born Outlander. As you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning.
Do you know what Genshin Impact is and why is everybody talking about? Hey, what's up gamer, a new day, a new video on Keto Gamer X. Today we are gonna talk a little bit about Genshin Impact, the new game that is becoming a trend, a brief analysis and some of the useful tips when starting this game. Stay until the end of the video because we are going to give you some good tips on how to start this wonderful game and what you should do at the beginning.
Such a gentle child, now so full of rage and suffering.
Genshin Impact is surprising, and not just because of its resemble to Zelda Breath of the Wild. The game of the Chinese company miHoyo has its own identity and production values above the average. It is addictive, it is long-lasting, it's precious. What more could you ask for? You can play it for free and without spending a single dollar if you don't want to. Don't forget to leave us your comment telling us which is the best Android or iOS game for you. Like always, subscribe to our channel if this is your first time and destroy the like button.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
Give my sister back!
First of all, I should be made clear that we are not talking about an MMO, but about a role-playing and action game mainly for one player that optionally includes cooperative multiplayer. unlockable as the adventure progresses, although currently somewhat limited. Its story begins when a young couple come across a strange goddess who slows their jumps between worlds. Depending on the character that we select, the boy or the girl, our mission will be look for the brother or the sister in the new world that opens before us. Teyvat. An open and explorable map with great freedom that is also fun to investigate. There are no huge distances from empty fields, but in every few meters there is usually an enemy camp, chest, challenge, puzzle, temple, plants or minerals to collect. You can climb whatever you set up to do, at least until the resistance runs out. Make use of teleportation points or cook food with advantages. Originally is not the strong point of the Genshin Impact, but how well everything works as a whole. The combat system have not changed with respect to what we told you in our last impressions. Quite simple to handle, with weapons attacks, elemental, and special abilities. You need to recharge an energy. A bit simple, and with the passing of the hours we could miss a more important playable evolution in the character. But there are two keys to break the monotony. The importance of the elements and the number of the characters to form our group. And is that each character is associated with some type of element that has use in and out of combat, with the possibility of combining with other elements' effects. The most obvious cases are those enemies that touch a lake or are in the rain, wet effect, and the moment that you can take advantage of to hit with electric or ice attacks. This means that each character almost always has a utility, be it because of their strengths, their enemy's weakness, or as part of the combos. Wind and fire create a flaming tornado. Ice and electricity produce superconducting reactions that reduce the resistance of the enemy. Genshin Impact, despite its multiplayer possibilities, is a work designed for the individual player, and in fact you will spend many hours playing alone until the option to join other players appears. It shares many attributes, including an environment that not only looks like it, but offers generous dimensions as well as multitude of tasks and secrets. Graphically, the game is beautiful. There is not much to add on this. You can see the image that accompany the analysis. The setting is beautiful whether day or night, with a spectacularly well-chosen palette. The vegetation, together with the sound of the winds, the birds, give the sensation of being in the middle of nature, because sometimes animals also appear swarming from here to there. In a sense, the game is magnificent. I can leave this discussion without talking about all important cross-save and cross-platform options.
That's a statue of the Seven! There are a few of these statues scattered across the land to show the Seven's among the Seven gods. This god controls the wind. Paimon's not sure whether the god you're looking for is the animal god, but Paimon will take you to the animal god's place first, and there's the reason why. As we all know,
We can alternate the game between PC and mobile devices, so that the game that we started on the phone can continue on our computer. The same doesn't happen on PS4. I hope it is something temporary as soon as you can enjoy this great functionality. Basically, the game wants you to be anywhere, and it seems to me that there is no better way to achieve this. On the other hand, what players of all platforms can do is share adventures and cooperative multiplayer for up to 4 players. You can share the stage with people who are on PC, PS4 or mobile. There's no problem. I'll only put one downside. The coop is quite late, level 16. You have to give the game many hours before you can join other users, and I think that weighs on the experience a bit. Otherwise, it's great that the option to cooperate is available, as there are quite a few tasks in common. The story cannot progress together, but all the other activities are available, including temples and other open world experience. At the beginning of the game, we will be somewhat confused about how Genshin Impact works. So we will try to help you with tips for beginners so that your experience is pleasant and possible. Don't level up too many characters at once. Keep that in mind. Despite the free-to-play concept of the game, there are micropayments. That is why it will not be very profitable for you to level up many characters. Start with a couple tops so you can equip them better, and the rest will go alone. You will improve everyone when you play. Tip number 2. Unlock teleports. The Genshin Impact stages are quite large, and if you don't want to keep the whole stage on several locations, it is better to activate this function that allows you to go faster from point to another and save time. Tip number 3. Spend time on the Adventures Manual. It is one of the most important aspects of raising the adventure level, which is really what unlocks new options and rewards for you. Following the steps and doing the daily missions, everything will be easier. That is precisely what they are for, like domains and bosses. Tip number 4. Prepare good cooking recipes. It is great to spend some time cooking to create recipes to help you to tackle missions, especially dungeons. This place improves the attributes in defense and attacks that can get us out of more than one trouble. Number 5. Don't pay at the first change. We're talking about in which microtransactions can be somewhat aggressive. You can continue to dedicate everything to it if you have the necessary hours. It is a huge world in which the feeling of discovery is rewarded, and it is highly recommended to investigate everything in depth. There will be time to check out and pick up the pace if it is necessary. Tip number 6. Change the character in battles. As in all good classic style RPGs, the elemental states are key. That is why it's very important to change characters and make the corresponding attacks to provoke the reaction that help us win the battle. Number 7. Collect everything you find. Through the scenario you will find many objects and they all have their functions. Take everything you see as it can serve you, either to market or improve skills or weapons capabilities. Don't miss out the Oculus either, the objects that it will give you to the status to improve the stats. And finally, play with friends and share wisdom. From level 16, the cooperative mode is unlocked in Genshin Impact. Playing with friends, the experience is different and you can give each other feedback by sharing experiences on each other so that progress is more enjoyable. Here on Keto Gamer X, soon we will be releasing tutorials from Genshin Impact, so leave us in the comments what do you think about the game, where do you need to help, or what type of tutorial do you want to see in the next videos.
powers you got from the Statue of the Seven. Oh, Paimon's so jealous. Why doesn't Paimon get cool fighting powers?
We want to thank the comments in the previous videos and make an honorable mention to some of our followers, such as Benjamin TV Kids, whom we thank for their comments. Go to their channel and support. Remember that we will be drawing some gift cards as part of our celebration for reaching 1,000 subscribers. So leave us your comment, like and subscribe to participate, and we will be informing the day of the draw in our next videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time, guys.
Eat this! Let's dance!
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me?
Time for takeoff! Sacred name.